Hey, you know what I like about being an introvert? It's that you can cancel plans whenever you feel like and you can be completely comfortable with it. Yeah, we're talking about that today. Another thing I wanted to discuss before I get into being an introvert. I have canceled quite a few plans, even on dates. That's just sad. I just wanted to throw that little tip in there. Um, if I really wasn't feeling the vibe of the female, I was talking to at the time, I would just definitely cancel the plans. And that's just what it is. I always preferred the comfort of my home and my bed and my space and my peace than being out and about. I just wanted to say that. But anyway, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about an insight on being an introvert. First off, I'm going to close my glove box. Yeah, I had my lapel microphone in my glove box and left it open. But anyway, that's another note for another time. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about canceling plans gracefully. You know what I like about being an introvert, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so much of an introvert, I'm inside my car recording. No, all jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I like about being an introvert? I stay home a lot. I don't go out. Even if I don't, feel like being cramped up in the house, the most I'll do is go for a walk. The most I'll do is take a hike. I don't have to go out anywhere fancy, dress up fancy, be all in the public eye, be in, big crowds. I don't really like that. I'm not really feeling that. That's not part of my vibe right there. So, what I prefer to do on my days off from work, much like today, get on YouTube, do my little videos, do a podcast or just relax, And I might play a mobile game on my phone, but that's part of my plans. My friends might call me up. I can't talk today. My friends might call me up and say, "Hey, Matt, we're not doing anything today. We want to go bowling. Want to join?" And I'll think about it. I'll let me take some time to, sit, harp on it, and then I'll call you about 10 minutes. What I used to do was be a people pleaser, whether I was an introvert or not. I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go." And at the same time, I wonder why I'm not comfortable. I wonder why I don't feel like being there, even if I'm at the skating rink. Like, you know what I mean? If I go out, to do some skating, or if I'm just out with my friends or whatever. And major shout out to Skate Man, by the way. Major shout out to Skate Man. It's big where I am here in Idaho, but hey, who knows? Anyway, long story short, my buddies took me to Skateland one day, right? And they straight up was like, "Hey, we want you to check it out. I know you used to skate when you were a kid and everything, and the last time you did all those things is when you were like 12, 13 years old. How about we hit you with some skates now that you're 29 years old?" And I was like, that was like back when I was 29, about 6 years ago, when I first moved to Idaho. And I was like, yeah, hold on, guys. I've come to the realization that through my years of being an introvert, from my childhood years to, my 30s, I've canceled quite a few plans on my friends. I've canceled quite a few plans on my friends because, let's just face it, I didn't like going out, okay? I'm a homebody. I am somebody who is absolutely content with working a 9 to 5, going to work, doing my little gig, my little 8 hours, clocking out, coming home, and just relaxing, taking a shower, making some dinner, watching my show, or working on, the latest podcast episode or YouTube video, and just chilling out. That's how I've been ever since I started my YouTube channel and my podcast. But when I was younger, I would just play video games. My friends would call me, like, off my phone, ring, 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 and I'm like, "Hello?" Because we had the house phones back in the day, and, like, we either had the one with the cord or the one that was wireless, before smartphones were a thing. The trick to those phones were your parents could answer the phone downstairs if you were upstairs with the house phone, and they could listen in. They could tap in on your line, and they can make little sneer comments and whatnot. But anyway, my friends would call me, right? And they're like, hey, Matt, we want to go to, for example, I'm going to make up a name. We're going to go to AJ's house. We're going to go kick it with him, play some video games. How do you feel about that? You want to come join us? I'm like, let me think about it. Stay in the house, play video games, play the Sega Genesis, play the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Or hang out with my friends, have a few laughs with them, play video games with them, and end up going home by 6 o'clock in the evening. What time is it now? Oh, it's 2 o'clock? Okay, 4 hours. That's not bad. But in my mind, I was already prepared to decline the offer. I'm an introvert. What can I say? So, fast forward in time, when I became an adult, I would work my little 8 hours at my job, whether it was rough, whether it was good, whether it was bad, and I would do my little shift, deal with whatever stress I had to deal with on the job. If I worked a retail job, I had to deal with customers, I dealt with it, clocked out, once I, finished all my work for the day, came home, took a shower, started up the Xbox 360, booted up Mass Effect 1 or 2, played that jaunt, and just relaxed. Just relaxed. That's how I've always been. Especially when I got into the Mass Effect franchise. I was not hanging out with anybody. I was a homebody. I've always been a homebody. And then when I moved out of Philadelphia, right? When I moved out of Philadelphia and I moved to another state, I ended up, becoming more and more of what we would consider a hermit. But in actuality, is a hermit really a hermit if they like going places by themselves? A hermit is an individual who doesn't believe in leaving the house. They'll send someone to the store for them if they need to get groceries. They'll clean their house or whatever. They'll do their laundry and whatnot, and they take the trash out how is expected. Pay their rent if they're renting the place. Pay their mortgage. They if if they're like own their home and everything like that. And that's all the outing that they will do. They'll hire a company, a landscaping company, cut the grass and everything. That's a hermit. I'm an individual. I like to go out to places by myself. I do believe in paying bills on time and all that good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I don't prefer the company of others. And here's why. We're going to get into that in just a sec. I have a car going by. It's kind of loud. Hold on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was my neighbor. But yeah, I was always called a hermit, right? I was always called an individual who doesn't believe in leaving the house. But the factual point about me was I did believe in leaving the house. I believed in traveling even. Most of the places I've been, I would tell stories and send, show pictures of on my phone of places I would go, and my friends wouldn't even believe me. They were like, "You went there? Like, wait a minute. You went to Paoli? You went all y'all Exton?" Those are cities within the state of Pennsylvania. Once again, I lived in Philadelphia for so many years, so, and I would, every time people would see me out and about, they always saw me in Philly. They never saw me any other location. So they was like, wait a minute, you went all y'all Paoli, you went all y'all Lancaster, you went all y'all Exton, Reading? Like, you went to New Jersey? Like, what was this? It would shock people because they would never see it coming. They would never, ever see it coming. They would be like, last time I saw you, you was at the corner store, then you went in the house after you got your little food platter. You went in the house. When did you go? I'm like, a couple hours later. Because I was always ridiculed by my friends. I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. I was always ridiculed by my friends simply because I didn't like to go anywhere with them, right? I always been to places and locations by myself. I've never been anywhere, absolute anywhere, with my friends and actually enjoy it. It's not that I didn't like those individuals. It's just they always believe in going to nightclubs. They always believe in going out and about in the city. And there's nothing wrong with those things if you're an extrovert. Once again, I'm an introvert. I'm I was almost a shut-in. Okay, I almost didn't move out of the state of Pennsylvania, but I wanted something different. I wanted to experience a different life. And as you can tell, I've experienced quite a life since I've been out here. And it's awesome. It's something that's real, But you may encounter a similar situation where your friends might tell you straight out, hey, let's hang out here, let's go out here, and we'll call you when we're ready to leave. And you'll sit by that phone, you'll watch a show, drink a cup of coffee or tea or whatever, and you'll relax. You'll be all dressed up, or you could just be in your pajamas if you're like me. I wait till the last minute when they say, hey, we'll be there in about 20 minutes, Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call from a family member come in and everything, and I was talking to him for a few minutes. But anyway, if you're anything like me, guys, you'll stay in your pajamas to the last minute when your friends say, I'm about 20 minutes around the corner, 20 minutes away. Get ready. I don't, no, I don't get ready right away. I will wait the last 5 minutes. When they're about 5 minutes away, that's when I'll start rushing to get ready. So then when they pull up to the house, I'll be like, oh man, I'm throwing my shoes on right now. And which I'll actually be throwing my shoes on. I won't be putting my pants and my shirt on. I actually have all that on. I'll just be throwing my shoes on and grabbing my coat to go out the door when they're about 5 minutes away. But anyway, that's rare. Simply because there are not many instances where I actually go out to these events, sporting events or not. I'm a homebody who actually likes to go outside, i.e. an introvert, because I enjoy my own company. And when you're an introvert, you enjoy your own company. You don't have to have people around. You don't have to have big crowds of friends around. You don't have to be seen all the time. You don't have to be heard. You're content with your peace. And you always wait for the perfect opportune moment to turn down the plans. Why? Because of the simple fact that when you don't have to go anywhere and your favorite show is on HBO Max or HBO, how they call it, or HBO Plus, whatever they call it, or Netflix or Disney Plus, and you have the free time to sit down and watch these shows, especially if you're someone as busy as me, or how my wife has a busy schedule at her job, you can't wait for the weekends to come so you can just sit down and relax and just watch your show and get into your show. I think I am absolutely 3 seasons behind on One Piece. No, I'll take it back. Hold on, wait till this car go by. I am absolutely 6 seasons behind on One Piece. I am 1 season behind on Jujutsu Kaisen. And I recently got into Black Clover. I've only got to the 2nd episode because my work schedule don't allow me to have the free time. But it's okay. A job is a job and you gotta work. And the word of God says if you don't work, you don't eat. That's just what it is. So, I say that to say, when you're an introvert, you look for opportune moments to turn down going out if you can help it. Some people jump in the comments and be like, oh, that's so rude to do to your friends. And, how could you do that stuff? We're introverts. We really don't care. Hold on. We really don't care. Sorry, guys. You had a loud muffler. We really don't care. We're introverts. We can be in a crowd of people, but we try our best to avoid it if we can help it. It's uncomfortable for us. It really is an uncomfortable thing when I have to be out and about. Say, for example, if I still was in Philadelphia, the most popular location is South Street, right? One of the most popular locations where there's a lot of people in the spring to summer season is South Street. And that's where you can find all your family restaurants, nightclubs, comedy theater, and all kind of good stuff is that. So it's a lot of traffic, walking traffic, going up and down the streets. So if I don't have to be at a scenery like that, no. My buddies recently invited me to Las Vegas, right? They like to gamble. I'm like I said, I'm a man of God. I don't gamble. But I still like to travel. I even turned down that offer because I've seen pictures of Las Vegas and what it looked like in the spring and the summer. I'm not going. It's nothing against Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas is beautiful. But at the end of the day, all them crowds of people, no. You see this right here? You see how you don't see anybody walking by in the background? Yes, that's how I like my streets. That's how I like. That's just how I like to live. I like my peace. I like my space. I like sitting at home doing my YouTube videos or my podcast, doing a little content creation or whatever. That's just how I am as an introvert. Do I travel? Yes. With my family. And if I'm not traveling with my family, I'm just going out to eat by myself. Grabbing a meal from Panda Express. Or just walking around the mall by myself. Just going store to store, perusing. That's just something I prefer to do. You might have different tasks that you like to do yourself. You might have, painting that you love to do. You might want to watch your shows. You might be into music. You might be into cooking. Any culinary, videos you watch on YouTube. That's what you like to get into. And that's just what makes you as an introvert. Okay? What I'm trying to explain to people who are extroverts, how introverts operate. And it's a struggle. It really is a struggle when you have a bunch of extrovert friends and you're the only introvert in the crowd. And it really sucks because you might be that one individual that everyone wants to hang out with. That one person that really draws and attracts a crowd. You ever wonder that? You ever wonder why? You ever wonder why you attract the most people, but you don't like to be bothered with people? It's really something that's crazy that just randomly happens to us. As an introvert, sometimes you may attract big crowds of friends. And it sucks when you may be in bed laying down, watching your show, listening to music, just got off of work, or you just have the day off and you just want to catch up on your sleep. And your phone goes off and you have 3 or 4 friends that want to take you here or take you out to eat or hang out with you at this location and all. And you're just like, oh, I just turned down this person. Why is this person calling me? You might be saying that to yourself. You might say, hey, I just turned down Chris. Now David's calling. I just turned down Jessica. Now Amber's calling. Can't y'all find something to do? Can't y'all go somewhere else? And that's just how it is being an introvert. You might think those thoughts in the back of your mind, but really what you'll say out your mouth is, yeah, hello? Hey, Am, what's up? Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to go out to the mall? Oh, you want to go shopping? Oh, yeah, girl, I'll join you. In the back of your mind, I'm like, can't you go somewhere else? Why are you hanging out with me? What is with you wanting to hang out with me? That's what you're thinking in your mind. That's because that's how introverts operate. We like our peace. This is our zone right here. This is y'all zone. You see the inside of this car? The majority of it, hold on guys. You see the majority of this car? Okay, that's all y'all zone, right? Extroverts, y'all need all that space, right? You see the chair I'm sitting in? We introverts, we like this. This is our space. This is right here where I'm sitting in the driver's seat is our space. We don't like no one to take us out of our space. And I get it. Sometimes in life, when you're chasing your dream, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. But right now, in the moment, you're just comfortable because you're at home. You don't have to focus on anything right now. You just got off of work, or you just got done doing a podcast yourself, or, catching up on your shows, spending time with your significant other, your kids, or whatever, or you just want to catch up on your sleep, or you want to you want to get caught up on your house chores. Can't talk today. You might just want to get caught up on your house chores, and that's all you want to do. So you're comfortable with being in this in particular zone, okay? What happens when you take a 500 to 600 pound tiger that's lived in the wild all its life and is a grown adult and used to the wild, and you put it in a house by itself? It's going to go crazy. It's going to tear everything up in the house, try to escape and all that. And once it gets out, it's going to attack everybody it sees, because all they know is their little zone. All they know is where they grew up at. All they know is that small little jungle that they were in. And that's all. They don't like new. They don't want to be bothered with new. We don't care about the latest fashion. We don't care about the latest phones. We don't care what you're talking about. Okay? We don't care about what you got going on. That's how we introverts are. We're like that wild tiger who's been taken out of its natural habitat. When you bring us out and about, we don't like it. Like, we don't care that there's a new nightclub. We don't care that they just opened a new, a 3D experience movie theater that has hologram movies. Like, we don't care. We don't. It's nothing that you can convince us to be excited about, where we have to go out into the big crowds of people. We can go to those places by ourselves and be excited by ourselves, yeah. But just because you want us to go don't mean we actually want to go. And that's what it is. There's nothing that we're trying to be rude about. That's just how it is, So, if you ever had a friend who made plans with you, don't feel bad if you cancel last minute, right? Don't feel bad about canceling, because if you are not comfortable with going out, don't force yourself to be comfortable to keep friends. Be you. If you are happy by yourself, if you are happy, in your own little zone, if you are happy as an introvert, embrace it, love it, be just that, an introvert. Your friends are extroverts, and they love to travel. They love to go out, to invite Tom, Dick, and Harry and all that. That's who they are. They're excited by the nightclub scene or the night scene in general. That's who they are. You don't have to change who you are to please your friends, to please people. Embrace you. Be you. Love being that introvert. I just wanted to say that because so many people today feel bad that, I had to change on a friend, you know what I mean? I had to change how I was to make my friends happy, to make my wife happy, to make, my husband happy, to make, my cousin happy, to make my coworkers happy. No, you don't have to change anything about your personality or how you are to make someone happy. I'm living proof. I had someone last year who commented on one of my shorts, right? And they said, you need to stop. Like, just stop doing videos altogether. Did I change my ways from doing content creation to listen to that person? No, I did not. And I'm glad I did. Because I look at all the equipment I have now for my YouTube channel, and I look at the growth of all my amazing subscribers. If I would have quit at just 10 subscribers to listen to that person and quit at 10, I wouldn't know the joys of content creation. If I would have listened to my ex-fiance, boy, and I would have stopped making podcast episodes before I even started, I wouldn't have had all the amazing listeners and all the amazing guests come on to my show and share their amazing stories and output and feedback. So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, don't change who you are to make your friends happy. And there's nothing wrong with canceling plans. Just don't be rude about it. If you cancel on your friends, don't be rude about it. If you don't want to go out and about, ladies and gentlemen, respectfully, kindly decline and say, hey, I'm not going out tonight. Hey, I love you guys. You know what I mean? You guys are my best friends. I really appreciate y'all. But this is where I am, and this is where I'm going to stay. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to get on here and, give an insight about introverts, and what it's like to be an introvert on a day-to-day basis. But anyway, if you like this video, hey, drop a thumbs up on the video. It really helps me to grow. It really helps the channel to grow. And it really shows that you really enjoyed this content and really support it. And if you like all the content on this channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the next video. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed weekend. I will see you guys in the next one.